Hey guys, Mrs. Traver here. We're going to work through our notes on set notation with unions and intersections of sets being the focus. So I hope that you've all seen a Venn diagram before. Go ahead and jot this one down. And as you're doing so, remember at any point during this video, you can pause. Please ask your guest teacher to pause it so that you can copy down where I'm at and you can make sense of what's going on. This is also posted on Google Classroom, so if you need to go back to it at any point, you can. So pause it here and make sure you got this down. So notice in my first circle, I have some letters here, A, B, C, D, E, F. And in my second circle, I have the letters A, E, I, O, U, vowels on this side, and the first six letters of the alphabet on the left side. And then the in-between part is anything that is in common with both sets. So notice A and E are in both sets. So we're going to start talking about these circles, instead of calling them circles, as sets. And then at the end, I'll show you how this connects back to what we've been working on with intervals, as well as inequalities and all that good stuff. So let's get some notes down on what union and intersection means. So let's do that first. A union, actually, let's do intersection first. An intersection is the overlap. The intersection is the overlap. All right, and the union is both of them separately. So everything with no repeats. So the overlap in this case is just A and E. And the union is everything with no repeats. So that's A, B, C, D, E, F, I, O, U. All right. We're going to work on these with some number sets as well. So let me give you an example. And instead of drawing the circles each time, now I'm going to write my sets a little bit different. Let's let set A be equal to the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we usually use these fancy brackets. If you can draw those, wonderful. If you can't, give it your best shot. And we have set B is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now I'm going to add some notation in at this point. Make sure you've got this part down so far. The notation that we're going to see is when we talk about an intersection, the symbol we'll use looks like this. It's like an upside down U. Or you can kind of think of this as this looks like a lowercase n and it's an intersection and it looks like a lowercase n with no little tail up here. And a union makes a little bit more sense. It looks like a U. So we've got intersections and we've got unions. So when I say the intersection of these two sets A and B, I'm going to say A intersect B with this upside down U. So the intersection is where the overlap is. Which ones are in both? Just 2 and 4, right? So the intersection is just the set 2, 4. And it's a new set, the intersection of A and B, so we put the brackets around that. The union of it, A union B, and try to make it look like a wider U than I just did. That was kind of my bad. A union B is the set of everything that's in A and B with no repeats. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. So 2 and 4 were the only two that were in both sets, but I didn't write them twice. I only wrote them once. And it's good to write them in numerical order. All right. You're going to do some practice in the book later, and I want to show you what it looks like. So I'll do some of it with you. You're going to end up doing the odds. So part of the section you're doing is in here. Let me get that to zoom the right way. Maybe not. Wait for it. There it goes. So it says find each union or intersection. Let A be the set 1, 2, 3, or I'm sorry, 1, 3, 4, and B be the set. Let me read this for you. It says B be the set X such that X is an even number less than 9. C is 2, 5, 7, 10, and D is the set X such that X is an odd number less than 10. So on your bookwork, you're going to be ended up doing a set of 11 through something odds. So I'd like you to be able to understand what these mean from the get-go. So let's kind of write down that set B and D. Let me do number 14 for you because it deals with both B and D, and it's an even. So let me move my book and then I'll copy those down. So zoom out a little bit. So here's set B is this set X such that, that's what that line means. If there's only one line, it means such that. X such that X is an even number less than 9. So let's reword that. Let's rewrite what B's set really is. It's any even number less than 9. So let's start at 0. 0 is neither even nor odd, so skip it. 1's not even, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, and less than 9, so we have to stop there. So there's all of B. And the other set we had, D, they said it is any number X such that X is odd and less than 10. So let's do the same thing here. D is all the odd numbers up to 10. So that's 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So now I've really got what my B and my set D are, and you can use these for numbers 11 through 21 odds that you end up doing on your practice. And the other sets, A and C, they write out for you. So number 14 is asking us to do B union D. So union is everything with no repeats. So the union of B and D, I'm going to write it in chronological order. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got everything 1 through 9. How's that one look? All right, let me work through one more with you guys, and then I think we'll be all set. We'll do 28 from the book, which is similar to 27 and 29 that you'll have to do. So 28 says -6 less than n plus 7 less than or equal to 21. So now that looks a lot like what we've been practicing thus far. Let's work through it and let's solve for n, and we're going to end up writing our answer in set notation as a union or intersection. So let's do that. I want to get n by itself, so let's add 7 to all 3 sides. And I'm left with 1 is less than n is less than or equal to 28. Let's think about what this would be as a graph. Oops, what am I doing here? I just need a 1 and a 28, really. I don't need anything else. I put a 0 in there for some reason. All right, so I need n is bigger than 1 and is less than or equal to 28. So open dot at 1, closed at 28, and shaded in between. So n is any number in between 1 and 28. Any number in between 1 and 28. So the way I can kind of imagine this is I have an and statement here. I have the fact that 1 is less than n, and n is greater than, less than or equal to 28. All right, so let's see what we can do here to make this look a lot more like a set notation. So the way I can write this in set notation, and then we'll be all set, is that n is equal to the set of n such that n is greater than 1 and n is less than or equal to 28. So if I write it in one statement like this, then we're all done in set notation. Your practice that you're going to do today, I will have on the board for you in a moment, but we're going to be going through this bookwork tomorrow. I'll have the answers ready for you, and then you'll do a practice worksheet as well. So I'd like you to be able to check your work with these, and you should be able to get done by the end of the hour. We'll see you on Friday. See you Friday.